Watch this before you turn 30. It's already too late. You've done it again. You said yes when everything inside you screamed no. You smiled through the blatant disrespect of a colleague, or perhaps a friend, because you didn't want to make a scene. You explained your dreams to someone who had no right to judge you, only to watch their eyes glaze over with a condescending pity. And now you're sitting here, late at night, alone with that familiar weight in your chest, the weight of being a ghost in your own life. You look in the mirror and see a stranger. You've spent 20-something years building a persona designed to please everyone but yourself. You've followed the script, get the degree, find the job, be nice, wait your turn. But your turn never comes. The world isn't a meritocracy. It's a theater of shadows where the loudest and the most calculated take the stage while you sit in the nosebleeds, holding a ticket you never even wanted to buy. You feel it, don't you? That ticking clock. The social pressure of 30 is not just a number. It is a deadline for your soul. Most people believe that at 30, life begins. They are lying to you. By 30, your concrete has set. Your habits are your masters. Your reputation is a cage. If you haven't mastered the mechanics of power by now, you aren't just behind. You are already obsolete. The uncomfortable truth is that you have been domesticated. From the moment you entered the school system, you were trained to value fairness over reality. You were taught that if you are a good person, good things will happen. This is a lie designed to keep the herd manageable. Evolution doesn't care about your goodness. Nature rewards the adaptable, the strategically silent, and the psychologically sovereign. As Friedrich Nietzsche famously posited in Beyond Good and Evil, there is a slave morality and a master morality. Most of you are trapped in the former, mistaking your lack of power for virtue. You aren't nice because you chose to be. You are nice because you are afraid to be dangerous. You have suppressed your shadow, as Carl Jung warned, and now that shadow is consuming you from the inside out. The world is governed by invisible hierarchies and silent scripts. While the masses are distracted by the dopamine loops of social media and the trivialities of polite society, the elite are playing a different game entirely. A game of Machiavellian strategy and psychological leverage. You feel like an outsider because you are one. You have the intellect to see the bars of the cage, but you haven't yet found the key. Here is the diagnosis. You are operating on an outdated software of compliance in a world that only respects defiance. It's time to rewrite the code before the window of your youth slams shut forever. To reclaim your sovereignty, you must first initiate the social bankruptcy protocol. Most of your social circle is a liability, not an asset. Humans are biologically wired for conformity. The Asch conformity experiments prove that most people will deny the evidence of their own eyes just to fit in with the group. If you are surrounded by people who settle for mediocrity, you will eventually find the taste of failure sweet. Think of that group chat you're in. Every Friday, the same complaints, the same jokes, the same lack of movement. When you mention a new venture or a change in your life, notice the subtle crab bucket mentality. They don't want you to fail, but they certainly don't want you to outpace them. Tomorrow, perform a social audit. List every person you spend time with. Next to their name, write what they cost you in terms of focus and emotional energy. Then, intentionally go silent. Don't announce a break. Just stop being the one to initiate. Watch who reaches out and who disappears. Power is found in the vacuum of your absence. By becoming scarce, you increase your value. Most people are terrified of being alone because they hate the company they keep. The powerful use solitude as a laboratory for dominance. Next, you must adopt the mask of compliance. Niccolò Machiavelli noted that everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. Your mistake is being too authentic. Authenticity is a luxury for the powerless. The strategist uses their persona as a shield. In sociology, this is the dramaturgical perspective. You are always on a stage. If you show your true intentions, you give your enemies a roadmap to destroy you. Imagine you're in a meeting and you disagree with a superior. Your instinct is to argue. What happens? You've created an enemy who will sabotage you later. The mask allows you to nod, agree, and gather intelligence while you prepare your own move behind the scenes. Practice strategic agreement. Next time someone tries to provoke you or test your ego, agree with them. Watch how their guard drops. By refusing to provide friction, you become a ghost in their system. Being misunderstood is your greatest tactical advantage. If people think they have you figured out, they stop looking. While they are judging the mask, you are dismantling their foundation. You must also learn the parasite test. Your energy is a finite currency, but there are individuals, the narcissists and the emotional vampires, who view your empathy as a free resource. In game theory, this is the defector in a prisoner's dilemma. They take the benefits you provide but always defect when it's their turn to give. They rely on your sunk cost fallacy, the idea that because you've known them for years, you must continue to tolerate them. They aren't your friend. They are a tick. Run a response delay test. The next time a parasite asks for a favor, wait 6 hours to reply. Then, say no without an explanation. A true ally will respect the boundary. A parasite will guilt trip you. Cutting people off isn't mean. It's an act of psychological hygiene. You cannot build an empire on a foundation of rotting wood. To be powerful, you must be willing to be the villain in a parasite story. This leads us to the silence weapon. The more you speak, the more common you appear, and the less in control you are. As Robert Greene writes, say less than necessary. Humans have a natural intolerance of ambiguity. When there is silence, people feel a desperate need to fill it. They will reveal secrets, offer concessions, and expose their insecurities just to stop the silence. During a negotiation, whether for a salary or a first date, after you state your position, stop. Do not justify. Do not fill the air. Watch the other person begin to fidget. Their brain is screaming for validation. Tomorrow, in every conversation, make it a goal to listen 80% of the time. Use the mirroring technique. Repeat the last 3 words of what they said as a question. They will keep talking, and you will keep learning. Information is the only true currency. By speaking less, you become a black hole that pulls information in without giving anything away. Knowledge is power. Keeping yours hidden is supreme power. Furthermore, you must ascend the competence-dominance hierarchy. Society tells you that all men are created equal. Evolution disagrees. Status is the primary driver of human behavior, and status is built on competence. We are hardwired to look for the high-status individual for cues on how to behave. This is linked to the serotonin levels in the brain. Low status leads to high cortisol and low serotonin. Notice how people treat a doctor versus a janitor. It's not about humanity. It's about perceived value. If you are not indispensable in your field, you are a replaceable cog. Pick one hard skill that is rare and valuable. Spend the next 6 months obsessively mastering it until you are in the top 10%. Stop networking and start dominating. People don't help people they like. They help people they can't afford to lose. Respect is not given. It is extorted through competence. When you are the best at what you do, you don't have to follow the rules. The rules were written for the average. Finally, you must learn to embrace chaos. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid risk and discomfort. They want safety. But safety is a slow death. Nassim Taleb calls this fragility. To be dangerous, you must be anti-fragile, something that grows stronger when under stress. The amygdala is designed to keep you safe by making you afraid of the unknown. By leaning into chaos, you desensitize your fear response, allowing you to stay calm while everyone else is panicking. When a crisis hits, a job loss, a breakup, a market crash, the average person retreats into a fetal position. The strategist looks for the opportunity hidden in the rubble. Do one thing every day that makes your heart race. Cold plunges, public speaking, or making a high-stakes pitch. Train your nervous system to associate stress with growth. Prosperity is the parent of weakness. Chaos is the parent of kings. If you can stay rational while others are emotional, you have already won. If you apply these principles, something terrifying will happen. You will become unrecognizable. The people who used to walk all over you will start to treat you with a strange, hesitant respect. Your friends will complain that you've changed, that you're cold or different. Let them. This is the sound of the old you dying to make way for the new. You will feel a sense of internal quiet. The constant need for external validation will evaporate, replaced by a cold, hard sovereignty. You will no longer be a leaf blown by the wind of other people's opinions. You will be the wind itself. But be warned, the path of the outlier is a lonely one. Most people cannot handle the truth of how the world actually works. They prefer the comfortable lie of the good person. By choosing power over comfort, you are leaving the herd. There is no coming back. You are about to enter your 30s not as a victim of time, but as its master. You've reached the end of this journey. Statistically, 90% of those who started watching have already clicked away. They couldn't handle the dark truths. They went back to their distractions, back to their safe lives, back to being ghosts. But you're still here. That means you're different. You have the hunger. You have the capacity to see the world as it is, not as you wish it were. The resistance is coming. Tomorrow, your old self will try to pull you back into the comfort of the nice guy persona. Don't let it. This is your test. If you want to dive deeper into the strategies the algorithm won't show the masses, join our inner circle. This is only the surface. The most potent techniques, the ones that truly shift the balance of power, are too dangerous for a general audience. They exist behind the join button below. Most won't click it. They'll say it's too much. They'll stay in the shadows. But for the rare few who are ready to stop being the ghost and start being the architect, I'll see you on the other side. The clock is ticking. Don't let it be too late.